Welcome back. I am Amanda with Healthy House on the Block, and I am here with our weekly video and tip on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness. I am a healthy home expert, a building biology practitioner, as well as a certified home inspector here in the Twin Cities. And I cover all the topics on creating a healthy home through reducing toxins and introducing healthy materials and items into your space. So we're diving into healthy kitchen cabinets and countertops this week. And obviously this is something that you'll be doing down the road. This isn't something that you can just decide to do on a whim. There's a lot of budgeting, a lot of planning, and that is the purpose of this post, is to help you budget and to help you plan out the best toxin-free materials for your kitchen. So the first thing that you can do when it comes to creating a healthier kitchen is change your habits. These are always the easiest to change because they don't require a lot of planning on our part, and if your budget doesn't have a ton of wiggle room, it's an excellent place to start out. The second thing you can do in your kitchen is to use healthier products and healthier items. So basically what we're doing is swapping out our old items for our new items. You can start using different products and items made of less toxic materials in your healthy kitchen. And this is the step that requires a little bit more planning and research as you find new items to swap out in your kitchen. One of my absolute favorite resources is my Healthy Kitchen Essentials list. You can download it for free in my store, and it gives you everything you would need in a kitchen, but toxin-free. And then the third big way that you can really embrace a healthier kitchen is to do exactly what we're going to be talking about. Plan out those big things to change. So it could be flooring, it could be countertops, it could be cabinets. Either way, we're going to get out toxins because most of us have toxic materials for those items in our home, and then we're going to be bringing in low toxin options, so we're really improving our indoor air quality and the health of our home on a much grander scale. So first and foremost, I think it's really important to cover the materials that we really want to avoid. And I'm going to give you a long list. I'm not going to delve really deep into this. If you would like a lot more detail on the materials to avoid, definitely head to this week's blog post where I have each one broken down into different paragraphs that gives you the toxins that are in them as well as the health implications that come from these toxic materials. But basically we want to avoid these. These are probably the materials that we have in our home, most of us, and so getting them out will improve your space. So essentially these are materials that have endocrine disruptors, they suppress our immune system, some of them can actually delay development in children, a lot of them have formaldehyde in them, which is a carcinogen. So now let's move on to the positive, right? What we should be looking for, what we could plan out in our own kitchen. These are going to be toxin-free and low toxin options that you can bring into your home when you're ready to do that countertop project. So we're going to do countertops first. First is a wood butcher block. Wood is a natural element and can be beautiful as a countertop. You'll want to make sure that this wood is sealed with a low or no VOC finish to protect the wood against damage. It's definitely something that you're going to have to upkeep, so keep that in mind as you're planning out your kitchen. The second low toxin material is concrete. Now this is not for everybody, but it is an option for some homes. Concrete is something that can be completely customizable from the shape to the color you want. Concrete countertops will need to be sealed in order to be stain resistant. It's also naturally resistant to very high heat, but it could discolor some of the sealer on it. So definitely work with a contractor on this one because it is very specific to your home and your climate. Next, we're going to talk about quartz. This is another really great option. It's a man-made product, but Cambria quartz is actually one of the few countertops with Green Guard approval, and these countertops are extremely resistant to moisture, heat, and scratches. The best part is that they don't require any sort of sealing to them, so you can get a really low toxin material in your home for a great price. We're also going to look at natural stone. So natural stone would include marble, limestone, quartzite. Now this is not to be confused with man-made quartz. These are all natural stones found in the earth. They come directly from the earth and undergo very little processing. So these stones must be sealed, and you'll have to have kind of an expectation of some maintenance to maintain the look of them, but they are a great chemical-free and natural option for you in your kitchen. You could also do ice stone. This is a newer product, and what it is it's recycled glass. Ice stone is 100% recycled glass. It's an eco-friendly option, and it's mixed with a non-toxic Portland cement. It's also free of all plastics, and their countertops are naturally scratch resistant. They do require a little bit of maintenance, and I have them linked in this week's blog post. So I also want to share with you some ways that you can update your countertops without actually replacing them. Some eco-friendly, healthier options for you, if you will. So the first thing you could do is seal in the particle board. You guys know that I love AFM Safe Coat. This is what we would use to seal in any particle board, plywood, anything that's inside the cabinet or the back of the cabinet. You could also add a thin layer of maybe a concrete or a very low toxin resin to the top of your countertop, and then seal it in with AFM acrylic seal. This is another great option that doesn't off-gas, and it seals some of those toxins in. So when we're talking about cabinets, really truly the best option is natural hardwood. However, that does not work for all climates, and it doesn't work for all budgets. And so if you cannot get 100% hardwood cabinets, there are some other options, and I have them linked in this week's blog post specifically. But essentially, we're looking at companies that use plywood that does not have formaldehyde. A lot of this plywood is like a soy bond or something that holds it together, like the adhesive's really strong but does not contain that formaldehyde. And so a safe plywood on the inside and then a natural hardwood on the outside, making it a much more durable cabinet, making it much less expensive. And so it's a really great option for you and your family. So you will definitely want to save this post for when the time comes for you to update your kitchen or to do any sort of remodeling or planning. It is going to be so helpful because you have the steps laid out in the blog post. I also hope that you will subscribe to my channel because I am here every single week with information and tips on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness.